Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's E1. A sister had a question for me. She said, trying to host new Muslims on your channel and talk to them about life before and after Islam. All of us are reverts. We all came from Christian families. I've been a Muslim like 2 years. Brother Jabril.
1 year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half. Brother Talab like 3 years, and it's got like 60.
No. I came in 96, so
Yeah,
what is that?
6?
It's what, 28 years?
that's a long time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep it short and simple because, you know, kids nowadays got like TikTok and stuff. So everybody said Texas span is that long. So brother Sheikh, I'm gonna start with you.
All right. So what was it like before Islam?
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
see. All right. So my life before Islam was, it was pretty normal for what was going on in my time. I mean, we were Christians, and we were. That was just what we said that we were. Sometimes we would go to church. I also was very into, hip hop and comic books. But the main thing I liked, like right before Islam, was chasing women. That was my main thing. If there was anything that I did, it was that. I was, But anyway, so, but like right before Islam, I started questioning my faith and everything. And I started reading the Bible for myself, and I started really trying to change. Then a friend of mine introduced Islam to me. It made a lot of sense. The more I read, the more I believed it in my heart. The night before I became Muslim, I decided I was never gonna. It was strange because sometimes we think of it like that. We think that we're never gonna sin again, right? We're gonna be perfect now, right? And it's a desire that we want to. But me and my friend, we went out and did a lot of substances that night because. And as we told, we went to every party, every place we went. We said, hey, my homeboys become Muslim tomorrow. And we was like, oh yeah, that's what's up, People like that, with a blunt in their mouth or something. But, and then the next day I did come and I said my Shahada. But, what I didn't understand is that there would be a time where, I did sin again, at a time that I did slip up and things like that. But the thing about Islam with me is that even when I was sinning, even when I was out there, I had my music career took off after Islam, right? So I was out there, rapping and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And like I said, chasing the women and doing all the things that come with being a musician. As a Muslim, and what it took for me to do was I had to repent from all that. I had to really leave it. Allah made it easy for me. I married young, probably I think I was 22 when I got married. My first wife, she was like 19. We had known each other from school and from work. We had 4 beautiful kids. Didn't work out, but the thing was that Islam stayed with me. If I was wrong or right, it was about Islam. I always respected Islam. I always knew it was the truth, and and that's the difference, right? No matter what I've gone through in my life, good times, bad times, Islam has always been a constant. May Allah Ta'ala keep me and all of you upon the straight path. But that's basically it. And nowadays, Islam led me to. I wanted to know more and more about it, so that I could know my religion, instead of someone, telling me what my religion is. I wanted to learn it myself. So, but that's what it's been like, and now I feel bad if I don't go to the masjid for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's become part of our lives. So,
Who we are.
yeah, it's who we are. And so that's basically it, to keep it TikTok level.
All right, do you want to see the question she had? Basically, look, Celeb, stop taking selfies.
No, I mean,
What I got playing. Look, the sister basically all it said was the life. What was your life before and then after Islam? How's it different? So it's your turn.
I still need to see it. I just want to.
No, it's on you now.
Oh wow. Why not record him? Alright. I'm gonna have to fuse those in. So, hello, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Talib. So for me, what was my life like before Islam?
How has it changed?
Yeah, it's definitely changed. I mean, I'm still, a little rough around the edges and everything like that. I'm not perfect, but I will say I have made a definite positive change. May Allah continue to work on us, and keep us on the straight and narrow path. For me, it was a lot of just random, partying and then going in and out of jail. I'm the first and only Muslim in my family, so growing up with my mother, who was in the military, who was a strict Christian, we did a lot of, just praying this, that, and the other, and always I never got a chance to party or anything like that. So once I got home on my mother's roof and started doing my own thing, it was like, hey, let me go see what's out there, and then you start to do that so much, and then start going against the grain in a sense or whatever, and you start to realize that, you just start getting in trouble and everything, and you start to, it gets hard to just kind of pull yourself away from fitna and in this dunya, and so for me, Islam, once coming into Islam, and I had to take baby steps, because for me, I feel like, I try to take, when I take things very serious, and then, let's say if I try to quit something cold turkey and everything like that, it may not necessarily work out. So for me, I had to take my baby steps, because I know in particular, I had always, knew a little bit of knowledge about Islam, but I never actually took the steps towards actually taking Shahada or anything like that until like literally years later, like maybe almost 2 decades later, probably, you know what I mean? So I'm just glad that I was able to be, as mature as I was even before Islam, to where Islam made it better for me, and it definitely reduced a lot of, the negativity in my life, yeah.
We could do more later, but let's just answer the question. But we can do more later.
Okay.
Cause if they got questions for us, they will comment and say, "Hey, for instance, hey, brother in the lab, I want to know this," and I tell you, and we'll go over it.
Right.
So.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So my name is Jabir. I'm from Togo. I'm 19. I'm a student. So my story about with Islam. So I always had Muslim friends since I was like 10. And once like one of my friends came to me and he was like, "Do you really believe that Jesus is God?" So at that time I said yes, as a Christian. And then I was like, is it really the case, you have Muslim friends, they don't believe that Jesus is God. Okay, let's see what is inside their book. So I just downloaded the Quran on my phone. I read it, and like the first word I read was Al-Fatiha, So when I read that, I was like, I felt something, you know. I was shocked. I was like, I felt God, you know. When I read it, I felt God. But when I was reading the Bible, I wasn't really feeling God, you know. So then I kept reading. I read everything, the whole Quran, and then I asked some of my friends like questions like, how did the Quran has been revealed to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? They told me, and then also I made my own research, and then I found out that the Quran was stayed the same since Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam until now. Not even one word has been removed or added into this book. So I was like, okay, if I have to follow a religion, that should be Islam because our holy book didn't change. But if you look at Christianity, the Bible has been changed like multiple times. They be adding things to it. They remove things, and also like the translation, you know, from Greek to French or English or stuff, you're going to lose a lot of things, a lot of meaning. So I was like, yeah, the Bible is not reliable enough. So I decided to to become Muslim because I just feel like that was a true religion, you know. And like also my life before Islam, like that was kind of normal, you know. I was a normal kid. I'm not going to say the biggest Christian ever, but you know, I was following the rules, the basic rules, you know. But then during a time, you know, I felt that Christianity wasn't my really religion that, you know, how can I say that? I didn't feel myself into Christianity, so I started to fall into sins, you know, doing some bad things. But then with Islam, I tried to correct some bad habits, you know, change myself, and trying to become a better person. Yeah.
Thank you. Allahu Akbar. God, the Quran is perfect. You know, like anybody that really seeks the truth will know. Like Islam is the real religion. But basically, I answered the question since I'm a revert. Everyone already knows pretty much a lot about me, and I will do videos on me in particular with every question, so feel free to ask. That's with any brothers. I'm with them. They're my family. So I'm with them like all week, you know. Speaking of family, like, all y'all know, like, my life with drugs, prison, street life, you know, guns, robbery, all of that stuff, what I did, the dunya, but I didn't have no knowledge of Islam. Everyone I was around was like, I'm Christian, but they would live like self-desires, like do whatever and just say, yeah, I believe in Jesus. But when a sister from Ethiopia introduced me to Islam, I studied it, and like Brother Jabril said, it just made complete sense. Like it felt like a glove, and I knew it was the truth. I was like, I'm already dying. I'm terminally ill. So like I did some real reflecting, and I was like, what happens when we die? Like what? Like why are we here? What's the purpose? And Islam had the answer for everything, and it made sense. So I'm like, this is the truth, and I stuck with it. Like, I went and changed my wardrobe. I wear those. Like, I go to the masjid, I pray. You know, speaking of family, like my biological family, that, like, I love them from a distance, but they're in a different state, and they're on their own path. Like, I'm not ready to, like, try to fit in with them and, like, and stuff, and then go to hell for them. I ain't going to hell for nobody. So I chose Islam over everything. If you're not have my mindset and you're not trying to better yourself and really serve Allah, then you know I will love you from this. I won't be mean. Like, hey brother, how you doing? But that's about it. So like, yeah, I took it very serious, and like it's hard because somebody like me, like, ever since I was born, like I lived a different life, completely different to Islam. So I had to rewire myself, like like whatever I was taught, like I had to undo it and start over.
Rewire.
You know, like rewire myself. So it's like completely different. But in the end, like I know, like this is the truth. So it's what matters, and I could go on and on, but I'm gonna keep it short. And I love all of these brothers, and these are my family. So like these really are my biological family, cause like I said, Islam is all that matters. So I love y'all. Assalamu alaikum. Do y'all have anything else?
I want to say that I learned that it's a very interesting thing that an Ethiopian introduced Islam to you, because how I took Shahada was there was an Ethiopian brother. You know, I was in jail, and I didn't know, you know, like I said, I knew a little bit about Islam, you know what I mean? Like when I was younger, like I say, I used to tell my mom, you know, 'cause I was a Christian, you know, and you know, growing up in a Christian household and everything like that. So I would always tell my mom, you know, I'm kind of like a Brother Jabir here. Like I would be like, I was real strict in it. So it was like, I would tell my mom, like, why do we eat pork if you know what I mean? If Prophet Isa, alayhi salam, you know what I mean? You know, my mom didn't know what that means. So I was, Jesus, you know what I mean? You know, cast the demons into the swine and everything like that. And, you know, she was just, you know, brushed it off like it was nothing. But what I'm getting at is like to just see, have my family was, they were kind of, you know, even when I went to stay with my dad, he was like, oh, you don't eat pork, oh, you a Muslim or something like that. And I was very young, you know what I mean? So I didn't know what that was, anything like that. So I did a little research here and there. But to just look at my life now and to see, never even have thought that I would actually be Muslim one day, you know what I mean? So to actually, you know, just be here with this iman and everything like that is just, it's a beautiful thing. Alhamdulillah, you know, an Ethiopian brother, he, you know, had me, he needed a towel to pray and everything like that. He had been wrongfully arrested and everything like that. And I was just wondering what he was saying, like when he would pray and everything like that. I gave him an extra towel. I used to give him food, and then he just was like, do you know anything about Islam? And I was like, I know a little bit. But I was like, tell me more. And then, you know, I used to just sit amongst him, like, you know, and he would just, you know, just do dawah, you know. And before he left, he was like, brother, you want to take Shahada? I was like, yeah, you know. And, you know, 3 years later, here I am, you know, alhamdulillah. Islam is perfect, a Muslim is not, but, you know, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue, like I say, to give us sabr, and strengthen our iman, you know, each and every day, and keep us on the right path.
Amen.
Shout out to also my YouTube channel. It is at its_THAELAB. There will be videos in the future, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.